'Tis the season to barbecue. So if you're getting ready to fire up your grill or it won't light, smokes too much or cooks unevenly, Alex Bandon, online editor at This Old House magazine, is here to show you how to get your old grill back into shape. Alex, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Got a couple of grills right here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start grilling for the spring. What's the first thing we should do?
Well, you got to get all that gunk off from last year. So,
Right.
you know, really good way to clean the grill rack is to get a wire brush like this and just really give it a good scrubbing.
Okay.
And I want to say, you know, probably don't do it when you're dressed for the party because it'll splatter you.
Don't put on a suit and it look nice like you're looking today. Right.
And then condition the rack with a little cooking spray that's made for grilling. You can even use a rag with some cooking oil if you've got that in the cupboard.
Mm-hmm. And this stuff works pretty good, this spray stuff.
Yeah, it makes it non-stick. It helps out.
You know, in a grill also, you see a lot of gunk at the bottom left over from last year, the ashes and stuff like that. Should you get rid of that right away as well? Yeah,
you probably should because, first of all, any ashes can absorb water and cause rust, but over the winter it might have gotten a little moldy. So clean that out and scrub it out with the wire brush as well and just make sure you're totally clean before you start next barbecue. Okay, charcoal grill. I'm going to move over here. We're going to gas grills now. Get right in front of you just for a second. Got the burners here. Pretty nasty from last year. Yeah, you know, they have these great protective covers, but they still sometimes get some grease and some gunk in there. So do the same thing with the wire brush. Try and get into those little holes that are down in there where the flames come out. And, you know, just make sure you've got all that covered. Yeah, you say inspect the entire grill, just kind of overall. Yeah, you know, if you've left it out for the winter, it might get a little rusty. So check points like, you know, where there's rivets or seams where it's welded together and get at it with a little steel wool to clean off the rust and get rid of it. And then you can protect the grill and do this on the outside with a rust-inhibiting primer and paint. Just make sure you're getting a paint that's rated for high heat use. I see. Now, you've moved some stuff around here. This can be a pretty dirty job. Yeah. It's you know, it gets pretty bad, and you know the thing that happens over the winter is you get sometimes you get bugs that have gotten in there over the winter. Right. Yeah. Sure. And you want to keep those out of the screens that are at the bottom. There's things called spider screens, and they're way down where the burners connect. Yeah. And you want to brush them out with a soft brush. Just make sure that those are totally clean. I think I see a couple bugs in there, actually. You know, every guy likes to go out and buy the latest grill, you know, and it needs any excuse at all to go buy one. At what point do you look at your grill and say legitimately, okay, it's time for me to go out and buy something new? Oh, well, you know, you can get a lot of the parts online to replace, but if you find that it's rusted out or if you can't get the parts anymore, maybe it's time to just let it go and get a new one. I see. You've got some big hose here and all this kind of, this is for the gas, sort of like gas leaks and things like that. Yeah. That can be a dangerous job. You know, and there's a way to test for this. You know, get a bowl of soapy water and take it and brush it on all of the hose, put it on all the points where the hose connects to the tank, and check if it bubbles up when you turn on the gas. Yeah. Where it bubbles, it means there's a leak. So if it's the hose, replace the hose. If it's the tank, trade it in for a new tank. Also, don't try to do some of this stuff by yourself, right? Because this can be, you know, pretty dangerous territory. Yeah, I mean, just make sure that when you're done, turn everything off and make sure everything's connected really tightly so that you don't cause any problems. Yeah, when we're talking about charcoal or gas, what do you think is the biggest mistake that folks make when they're starting the season out? Well, I think that keeping it clean is a big help because you can start a fire if your grill isn't clean enough. Yeah. And you want to make sure that you've got everything cleaned off so that you don't get a little spark. And don't pour lighter fluid right on the flames. That's the other big mistake that people make. Tip of the day: don't pour lighter fluid on the flames. Alex Bandon, thank you. Thank you. Really do appreciate it.